Hi, I'm Joey Roberts here with Matt Sullivan and Jack Abbott. Rep Prentice has academic obligations, but as I say, TSN football coming at you. Hi, I'm Joey Roberts here with Ben Spicer and Mark DiBenedetto. It's a huge game coming up against Wesleyan with NESCAC title hopes on the line. TSN football coming at you. My focus of the game is on Trinity's rush defense. Week in and week out, the front seven has played lights out against opposing rushing attacks. Trinity ranks #1 in the nation, allowing 39.71 yards a game, which has contributed to the fact that the Bantam offense leads the nation in time of possession, holding the ball nearly an average 37 minutes a game. The final game poses quite possibly their biggest test in the form of Wesleyan senior running back Shea Dwyer, who averages 161 yards a game, which is good enough for third in the nation. When talking to the parents last week about Amherst's gaudy offensive statistics, Coach Devaney said he doesn't care about the stats because they hadn't played Trinity yet. I believe the same theme applies to Shea Dwyer as he's about to encounter one of the best rush defenses in the nation.
My focus of the game this week is the Trinity passing attack and their potential for the big play. Now, as the season progressed, the Trinity offense has relied increasingly on Evan Bunker and the rushing attack. However, many people have overlooked the big play capability of the passing attack. When the time is called for it, the Trinity offense has been very effective and very clutch when throwing the ball. Last week, in a critical fourth quarter, they threw the ball 4 times. The result, a very economical 3 touchdowns and 1 first down. When the game is on the line, you can expect Chris Hunt or Mike Galligan to make the big catch, regardless of who's throwing the ball. This type of big play efficiency in high-pressure situations could be the difference this week against Wesleyan.
My focus of the week is on the Trinity running game and keeping the pressure off of the Trinity passing game. The Bantams have gained nearly 1,800 yards on the ground this year while taking advantage of their surplus of effective running backs. 7 different Bantams have recorded rushing touchdowns this year, with freshman Evan Bunker leading the way, chalking up 4 touchdowns and accounting for 841 total yards on the ground. Although Bunker has averaged nearly 40 rushing attempts over the last 4 games, including an astounding 45 rushes last week versus Amherst, look for the fellow freshmen Delonte Wellington and Headley Jennings to have big contributions to the run game this week in an attempt to keep Bunker fresh and the Wesleyan defense on the field. If Trinity can effectively run their running backs and stay in 3rd and short situations, they should have an easy time handling the Wesleyan defense.
My player to watch for is fullback/H-back senior Mike Palladino. It's not about receiving glory or notoriety when you play fullback, and it's evident that Palladino has fully accepted his vital role in the NESCAC's #1 rushing offense. You've got to give credit to the offensive line and Evan Bunker, but the one common denominator on nearly every run is Palladino, who fearlessly has been creating lanes for the running backs to follow. His stat line may not be impressive, but everyone would tell you that it's Palladino's efforts that have catapulted the Bantams rushing attack to one of the best in the nation. I hope the senior from Arlington, Mass. gets a well-deserved bone thrown his way as the game unfolds this Saturday.
My player to watch for this week is number 23 defensive back Tony Cofield. Now, he's played excellent all season, stopping everything that comes in his way. Last week, with key mid-game injuries to Ben Sherry and Matt Pascalides, he stepped up in a big way for the Trinity secondary. He had himself a huge game with 4 passes broken up, giving him 9 total of the year to help preserve a Bantam victory. He's going to have another big game if the Bantams look to continue their hopes of clinging to a NESCAC title. Expect Cofield to send a message early on in the game to the Wesleyan offense. If you're throwing the ball, beware because Eric Cofield is in town.
My player to watch for this week is sophomore quarterback Ryan Burgess. Burgess did not attempt a pass this year until his lone incomplete pass during the Week 5 victory over Bowdoin. However, he has recently been thrust into the starting role, and Burgess has not disappointed. He is 2-0 thus far as a starter and stepped up in a big way last week, passing for 2 touchdowns while leading the Bantams to their biggest win of the season over undefeated Amherst. Saturday's game will present a new challenge, as Burgess will take his first start away from the friendly confines of the Coop when Trinity travels to take on Wesleyan. There's a great deal of pressure on the young quarterback to have a mistake-free day and give the Bantams a chance to capture a share of the NESCAC title. How he handles that pressure could determine how effective the Bantams are on offense.
right, fellas, let's pick them. We also get to pick the Amherst-Williams game. I think that Amherst comes out, throws the ball around the park, and they win 31-17. What do you think, Ben?
I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I think Amherst comes out on top, 28-21.
I think Amherst is out to avenge last week's loss to Trinity. I think they win the game 28-10.
And then also on our front, what do you think about the Wesleyan Trinity game? I think that Trinity comes away with the 7-1 record, share the NESCAC title with the 27-7 victory over the Wesleyan Cardinals, Ben.
I think Coach Devaney has been putting up some bulletin material in the locker room. Trinity is going to take this game like it's a statement game, 35-10.
I think Trinity's going to come out, control the game on the ground, win the game 31-10.
All right, that concludes it. The 23rd episode of TSN Football is now in the books. My final episode. Seems like yesterday that Sully, Rhett, and Jack and I were out here covering Eric McGrath, Tyler Berry, and Connor Quinn. We just want to thank you for the support that you've given the show, and we hope this tradition continues. Signing off from the Coop, I'm Joey Roberts, TSN.